So this movie Roma came out from this big director. I don't know if you heard of him, Alfonso Cuaron. And I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but he was on these movies Gravity and Children of Men. And this is his first movie in a long time. So right away, you think it's got to be good. It's been almost 6 years since that last movie Gravity came out in 2013. But why is the movie actually called Roma? Well, a lot of people might just think it has Roma in it, so it's got to have something to do with Rome. Roma though, or Rome, isn't really mentioned anywhere in the movie. So it's easy to wonder, if it's not in the movie, then where did Roma come from? Well, it's a combination of things. The movie actually takes place in 1970 and 1971 in the Colonia Roma neighborhood in Mexico City. And then it's called Roma 2 because the director seen Mexico City change over his lifetime. He's seen such big changes and improvements in the buildings and the arts that he now thinks of it as a Roman city. And that's why it's called Roma. As for why the movie is about Mexico, he said that he can live somewhere else, but he's a Mexican. He thinks about Mexico. He pays attention to what's happening there, and he wanted to go back and make movies there. Another director from Mexico, Del Toro, I think, told him making movies sometimes come like a box of cereal with a prize. His last movie was that big of a movie for him that he thought kind of let him do this movie he wanted to make. He said too that he tried to make the movie as much like the 70s with things from when he was young and living there and growing up. The movie's on Netflix now and in a few movie theaters, but they're fighting about how to release it in movie theaters. Netflix wants to keep it streaming and theaters don't like it. Cuaron's last movie, Gravity, was in theaters, which was big, but Cuaron's mad about this one because it's not really in a lot of theaters, especially theaters in Mexico where he's from aren't actually showing the movie that much. There's more theaters in countries in Europe showing the movie than in Mexico. But you can imagine that Netflix must have paid them a lot to do this. Like $100 million or something more. Otherwise, I don't know why he would change companies from the one that he used for Gravity. So he's kind of paying for it now with the movie not in theaters though. That's all I have for now. Check out my other videos and subscribe.